Hi friends, in these videos we are going to listen audio stories. There will be only like you can listen it like an audio ebook or audiobooks. It is the best during like uh, bedtime stories, like audio bedtime stories. The stories which I am going to say is from the book Evergreen Stories Gopalan Parmanand. These stories are one of the beautiful stories which we used to remember, which makes us remember our childhood. In each video, one story is going to be recorded and you can listen it like audio stories. So let's get started. Evergreen Stories Gopal and Parmanand. Contents. There are a number of stories in this book. Daily one story we are going to listen. Today let's get started by the first story, that is The Miser's Haircut. Before going to it, let us know about introduction. For all the stories in this book, the introduction is the same. So let us know about introduction. A long time ago, in the ancient land of Bengal, there lived a barber called Gopal Band. Gopal was very clever and witty barber who became very popular with the local people. They would often turn to him to help them escape from a difficult situation or to solve a difficult problem. Gopal lived in a small kingdom ruled by a very weak king called Raja Krishna Chandra. Raja Krishna Chandra. The king did not have a strong army and had to seek protection from the great Nawab of Musidabad. The Nawab was very short-tempered fellow who would often give the poor Raja Krishnachandra difficult tasks. He would threaten to stop protecting the Raja if he did not complete the task. The Raja often turned to the Gopal to help him and solve the difficult tasks that were given to him. This led Gopal into many fantastic adventures that became legendary stories. In this way, the number of stories in this book are going to be said. Today, the first story is The Miser's Haircut. In the town where Gopal lived, there was a very miserly man. He would always try and find an excuse not to pay people for things that he had bought from them. He would go to a hotel, eat some of the food that the waiter served him, and then he would get up and say, I don't like the food. I am not going to pay for it. He would go to a vegetable shop, buy 1 kilo of vegetables, leave a few vegetables behind, and tell the vegetable man that he would pay for it when he picks it up. Many people complained to Raja Krishna, asking him to put the miser in prison. As usual, Raja Krishna did not know what to do. So he called his trusted friend Gopal the barber, and said to him, Gopal, this miser is a very tricky fellow. You must do something to teach him a lesson. So Gopal waited for the right opportunity to teach the miser a lesson. A week later, he got that opportunity. The miser decided that he wanted to get a haircut. Since Gopal was the only barber in the town, he had come to Gopal's shop. The miser has already decided not to pay Gopal for the haircut. He said to Gopal, I hear that you are the greatest barber in the world. I would like to challenge you and prove it to me. I want you to cut my hair so that every hair on my head is in the same length. The miser challenged the Gopal. Gopal knew that the miser was trying to trick him, so he listened carefully. The miser continued, but remember, if even one hair is longer than the other, I will not pay you for the haircut. Gopal accepted the challenge and began to cut the miser's hair. As was the custom in those parts of the country, the barber would first massage the head and then cut the hair. As Gopal massaged the miser's head, the miser fell asleep. When he woke up, the miser looked into the mirror and shouted out, "What? What you have done, you fool!" The miser found that the Gopal had shaved his head completely. The Gopal smiled and said, "You wanted me to cut your hair in such a way that every hair on your head was of same size. Well, this is how I did it. Now keep your promise and pay me, or else I will report you to the king." The miser knew that he had been outwitted by a clever Gopal. He had to pay Gopal the money, and from that day onwards he stopped being a miser. In this way, the Gopal taught a very big lesson to the miser, helped the people of that village, and got reward from the king. This is all about the witty Gopal and the miser's haircut. Okay, then let's meet in the next story. Bye. Sweet dreams.